Dad, this is Campbell.
And this is Type 1 Parenting. If you remember, a couple months ago, we went to LA and interviewed Poli.
We're changing the world one pancreas at a time.
She plays for this punk band called the Bombpops.
I feel like the last time I saw you, we had gathered up all our regrets, moving on from what I thought was drastically holding me down.
Now this is super cool.
I'm stoked.
We interviewed Poli's mom, Laura. And now we're gonna show the interview that we did. Watch it out. Type 1 parenting at its best.
Kimberly, high five.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura.
I just want to say, first of all, that it's a pleasure to have you on the
Channel.
Hi Caesar, hi Dylan. So nice to meet you, and I'm super excited to do this interview and answer all the questions that you guys have. It's a privilege. I've never talked about diabetes really I've never been interviewed basically. But I feel like this is going to be a great time, and I'm so excited you asked me to do this.
So, how was it raising two diabetic kids?
So, how was it raising two children with diabetes? Well, when I think back on it, it's really hard to remember, how scary it was at times, and it's just not knowing what was going to happen next. But I will say our family has been very blessed with not having too many issues with the disease. When I first met my husband, I really didn't even know anything about diabetes. We went on our honeymoon after I'd known him for 5 years. We got married and went on our honeymoon. I never saw him test his blood. I never had see him have a low. It's really incredible that I never saw any problems with the disease. So I think when my kids were diagnosed, it wasn't as huge of a deal because I had seen my husband live with it with very little problems, and I felt like he could live a good life with it, and I felt like my children could as well.
What part of raising two diabetic kids plus having a husband with type 1 diabetes, what was the most rewarding part of it, if there was any?
Obviously anybody who's diabetic or has a diabetic child, they don't look at it as it's a very hard disease to live with, but it's also adversity, and I believe when we have adversity in our lives, I think it makes us a stronger person, and I believe that I have the strongest people in my life. The three strongest diabetics, my husband, Polly, and Jake, they're extraordinary people. And so I really feel like that with them having diabetes, that's really contributed to who they've really become in life. Not that I'd wish that upon anybody, but I really do feel that when we have something like this to live with, it makes us stronger, and it makes us become different people, and sometimes for the best. And I feel like I've become a better person having to deal with that, because I don't take anything for granted anymore. Every day is a gift, and I'm so appreciative every single day of my life for their health. And anyways, I just think that they're all three like amazing people.
So, I know that you work with type 1 diabetes.
So, can you tell us a little bit about it?
So 6 months ago, I found a position on LinkedIn with this My Sugar, and I just read the job description, and it just talked about what their philosophy was and what they do for diabetes. And I applied for the position, and it took probably 5 weeks, but I finally got the job, and it was just amazing because I finally wanted to do something that I felt was going to make a difference every day, and helping diabetes is something that I'm so passionate about. And we are a digital diabetic app, and we also have the bundle where we send out the monitor and unlimited test strips, and for people that don't have good insurance or can't afford it. And then it comes with the digital app, which helps people lower their blood sugar. It has free coaching. So it's really an amazing tool. And I'm so thrilled to work for a company. We're all about helping make diabetes suck less.
So how is it? How do you feel? What are your emotions when your daughter is on the other side of the world playing with her band and tours? Like right now, she's playing in Europe on a tour, and you as a mother, as a type 1 diabetic mother, staying so far away from her while she's on the other side of the world. Can you please talk a little bit about the emotions behind it?
So how do I feel about Poli touring the world? I think it's pretty freaking awesome. I'm super proud of her. And of course, when she first went the first year, it was very frightening to me knowing that I was so far away. But at the end of the day, you know, she is an adult, and, you know, she's going to do what she's going to do. And of course, I always worry about all my kids, and kind of under the philosophy, let go and let God. And I'm really, really proud that she's able to do this with diabetes or not. It's a very, very hard thing that she has done and accomplished, and she's not given up. And that girl, she will fight, and she will get whatever she wants. And she's pretty amazing. And it's always scary having your loved ones far away, and you kind of feel helpless. But I just have to, the more I worry, the worse it gets. So I've tried to really worry less, and I think that helps. The less you worry, the way better it is. But anyways, we're super proud, and we love her, and we'll always support her, and we'll always worry about her. We're always going to be parents that worry, but she's pretty darn awesome. She rocks.
So yeah, there we go. Another episode of Type 1 Parenting. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Polly. You both are awesome. Thank you, the Bombpops.
So I'd like to say hats off to all those parents of Type 1. We are heroes in a way, but really at the end of the day, they are the heroes. They're the ones that have to deal with it for the rest of their lives. As parents, we take care of our kids when they're young, but they do move on, and we don't see them every day. They move out, they move on with their lives, and they still are dealing with it. And we as parents will always worry and wonder, and love them and support them, but really it's them that have to deal with it for the rest of their lives. And that's probably the hardest part, is knowing that. But we don't see it every day when our kids get older. But anyways, good luck to everybody out there. If anybody ever needs any answers or has any questions about the disease, I'm your go-to person.
Make sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and leave some comments. We want to hear you.
See you tomorrow! I'm super cool!